Hey there, everyone. It's Craig, aka Poopy, with O3 Drop. Hope you're having a wonderful day and you're excited about Flesh and Blood. We just got the rest of the Hunted set spoiled from the premiere in Prague, and I've been cooking a couple different decks because I am distracted from the work I'm supposed to be doing, but mainly because I'm excited about some of the new archetypes that open up with this set. Primarily, I'm excited right now about the dagger archetype in ninjas, and you are probably expecting to see a Syndra list from us. I hope that you're expecting that. If you're not, it's because you're not subscribed or some YouTube stuff, but we'll probably do a list on that. But until then, let's talk about Ira, because that's what I really got excited for. I don't know when it happened that I was just like, oh, this is an Ira set, but it finally hit me that that's what we're looking at here. So we're gonna start off some cards you haven't seen. Blood Splattered Vest. It has Blade Break 1, and whenever a dagger you control hits, you may gain a resource. If you do, you put a stain counter on it, and when there are 3 stain counters on it, you destroy it, right? 3 or more. So how would you get more? Not quite sure how you would get more. Anyway, but that's the new chest piece. Maybe Tunic is better. I'm unsure so far. Quite frankly, I picked this piece because of the vibes. We're talking about daggers, and dang, that's some cool art. So we're running Flick Knives here. And you might be saying, like, why would you run Flick Knives in a ninja list that isn't Syndra? Like, how are you going to manage that? But today we saw the new keyword Retrieve, which allows you to pay 1 resource to re-equip a dagger from your graveyard, which is really, really awesome, as Zephyr Needle is in our main board now. The downside of this being that they can destroy it is now somewhat negated by the fact that we can re-equip it. So we also have Kodachis, just because we don't want to overly rely on Zephyr Needle. So we are still building around 0-cost blues, but that's okay. This is a Mask of Momentum build, and we run Pouncing Paws as a way of just giving us 1 additional chain link. And that also makes me think, when we go down here to our combo cards for our Flick Flacks and blue, maybe we can add, in fact, let's do it now. Let's go, Pouncing Key. We'll put this in the sideboard because I think we're gonna want that as just an additional way to, go an extra chain link wide with our boots, and get some added value off of that. So we'll put that in the maybe board for now. But what we're looking at here is pretty straightforward so far, right? We've got our sensor. It's a 1 for 5, and Ira, we do 1 for 6s. We've got our Command and Conquer, and it's beautiful new art. Enlightened Strike, Flick Flack. Now, Flick Flack, we are running less combo cards than I would like right now, but maybe with that Pouncing Paws, that'll change. And maybe we can even go to blue Flick Flack. We'll see if we can do that here. Fluster Fists. Those are going to be mainly for pitching and for our Flick Flacks. Here's the cards we want to talk about. Pick Up the Point. It's a 0-cost card, and when it attacks, you may retrieve a dagger from your graveyard. And it has Go Again. So let's talk about what a line could look like here. Let's say we have a blue pitch and we have this in hand. We can go Zephyr Needle for 2. They block it. It's going to break at the end of the chain. So we go Kodachi for 2. And we react by throwing the Zephyr Needle, which will break it. Then we have Pick Up the Point. We can pay a resource to re-equip that Zephyr Needle. And maybe if we have an additional resource, we'll swing with Zephyr Needle again. As long as we have some way to guarantee that maybe another Pick Up the Point goes into our arsenal. We're not going to be able to break that before the chain closes, though. So that's, we'd have to close the chain to do that. Flick Knives is the only way in the list right now that we have of doing that. Then we have Pounding Gale, a 1 for 5 combo card. Shelter from the Storm. I'm not going to lie, I don't think this card should have been printed, but because it was, we're going to run it. This is now in my opinion, the new best defense reaction in the game. It's insane. This is insane. And we get to reap the benefits. So we're gonna run that. We're gonna run Sink Below. We're not gonna run Fate Foreseen. However, I could, I could hear an argument if you want to run Fate Foreseen. This card is insane. This card is insane. Okay, it's a 1-for-5 that blocks 3, and when it attacks, your opponent reveals their hand, if nothing else. That's crazy. Like, that's so good. And it has, if an attack reaction is revealed this way, you may search your deck for a defense reaction, reveal it, and put it on top of your deck. So, yeah, this card's nuts, right? Like, this is insane. You know the, like, hand behind the pen and all that stuff? I think it was in Rosetta, or maybe it was in Mistvale, and it's like 1-for-5s, and like if it hits, it destroys an instant in your arsenal. Just like stuff that's like, wow, why would they? This is not super playable. This is the opposite of that. This card is insane. So super excited about Sound the Alarm, right? Moving on, Spinning Wheel Kick is a go again source that can come in for 4 or 5 if we have either a Spinning Wheel Kick before it or Ira's ability, and the combo is nice for Flick Flack. Torrent of Tempo is a 1-for-5 that can get go again. If you want to swap that out, I'd say this is probably one of the ones that can go, but 1-for-5, pretty nice. Up, Sticks, and Run. This is a weird name, and I don't really get, like, Up, Sticks, and Run. So I don't really get it. I don't really know what expression this is, or like what this, maybe this is like a James Whiteism. You have to up, sticks, and run. That's a horrible impression, but I'll get better at it. So you may retrieve a dagger from your graveyard. Your next dagger attack this turn gets +4. Okay. Do you see what I see? If you pitch a blue and go Kadachi, break the chain and play this, and re-equip a Zephyr Needle, your Zephyr Needle comes in for 7. Ooh. Ooh. That's so crazy. I love this, right? So we're attacking with needles, right? We're attacking with our little guys, our good boys, our sweet boys. So then we have Aspect of Tiger Mind as a blue combo with 3 block. Rowdy Locals is an awesome way of just putting our opponents in a difficult situation. We have Throw Daggers, which is, in my opinion, this is kind of just blue ancestral empowerment, right? But for dagger builds, so that's crazy. Yeah, I just said blue ancestral empowerment. Ooh. Sheesh. All right, let's, yeah, absolutely. So right away, I'm just gonna say I do see a couple things that I think we can change, right? So Pick Up the Point kind of one of the only ways we're gonna get Aspect of the Tiger to trigger, as these don't have go again. Oh, we're running Warmonger's Diplomacy. Utility cards are just really awesome in Ira. We have some Graveyard Hate because I think we're going to need it, especially with Syndra and every CYB deck that exists. And we have some Talent Hate because honestly, I'm kind of a talent hater. I'm kind of done with talents. Then, of course, we have Arcane Barrier 3. I don't know if you need Arcane Barrier 3. Maybe this is an Arcane Barrier 2 list. But my thing is, Arcane Barrier 3 goes in every one of my lists because I've lost to Kano before and I won't do it again. Okay, and then I've got Tiger Stripe Shuko, probably for I was gonna say for the Enigma matchup, but with Flick Knives, we got a pretty nice tech there. We might take out only 1 Spectral Shield, so that's not ideal, but yeah, I think we might be in a good position. We might not need this. Let's look at the maybe board, right? And it's going to be pretty straightforward. You've seen this stuff before. Yeah. You know this stuff. You love this stuff. But Cut Through is one that you probably haven't seen before. It's a 0-cost card. It says if a dagger has hit this combat chain, this gets +1 and go again. Very cool. Why am I not running this? Well, it blocks 2. It blocks 2. I'm not a big fan of that. I conditional go again. Yeah, they're probably gonna let the dagger hit, but uh, you know, you can even flick a knife on, in reactions here. Hold up. That might go in the main board, right? Because you flick a knife in reaction, and all of a sudden this gets +1 and go again. That might go in the main board. I think we'll take a look at where that could go in. We got a bunch of defense reactions, more, tech. Concealed Blade. I think that with the amount of re-equipping daggers that we have, I think we are good. We might want to run Stab Wound. We might. So anyway, that's the list. I'm gonna keep working on it, but I'm excited to talk about Dagger Ira. So go ahead, drop a comment, subscribe, all that stuff, and we will catch you in the next one. Thank you, lovely, lovely people. All right, goodbye.